Because a big thing to take into existence is that a lot of us are perceiving reality only in a small sense of possibility. We feel like the only way we can become successful is through this possibility, through like money, or through, the possibilities which money will unlock. And when we're perceiving only in this possibility, we're being essentially guided down only that path. But when we start to trust and instinctively connect and start to feel and start to awaken, we understand that there is no right path. There's infinite paths, there's infinite possibilities, there's infinite love, there's infinite trust, there's infinite existence. And we start to release ourselves from the mind's thoughts, which maybe not even our own thoughts. They can be thoughts which are implemented through programming, which are doing their best to try and encourage us to take form of their existence. It's not truly our existence. Because you have to ask this: if I'm suffering in this moment, if I'm feeling bad, if I'm feeling really down, do you think our true self wants this to happen? The true loving self? Because we all do. And what's very important to analyze is that there is a heart inside of us. And this heart has a frequency of love. It naturally resonates with love. And if we're not in harmony with this frequency, if we're not aligned with this frequency, if we're not connected to this frequency, then what frequency are we connected with? The thoughts frequency, which is making us perceive reality in a certain way. When we have anger in our thoughts, when we have frustration in our thoughts, when we have fear in our thoughts, when we have worry in our thoughts, we don't resonate with our heart's existence. We resonate with the existence within our minds. Therefore, we are being ruled by our mind's thoughts. So to truly take control of our thoughts is to take control over our hearts. It's the heart's ability to resonate with the heart's frequency, which will ultimately clear the mind, clear the perception of any negativity. And then we can start to recover the power of the mind and start to be able to use the mind for our advantage. Because for most of us, we're already being taken over by our minds. We already become slaves to our minds. And the only way to truly cleanse the mind's frequency field is to connect back to the heart. The heart is like the in the Matrix movies, it's like what is it? The electric, the defense mechanism in the EMT. Anyway, but yeah, when they like press it and then it like everything like kills the electrical magnetical field, like disables all the technology. It's the same thing with the mind. It's like the heart has the power to like get every phony thought out of our minds. And the only way to activate that is to connect to our hearts. Once we connect to our hearts, we activate the truth, which will ultimately get rid of every thought which doesn't belong to the true self. The true self is it's very easy. It's acceptance. The true self is acceptance. People talk about, infinite possibility, infinite manifestation, infinite acceptance, infinite love, and we exist within this. We exist within this truth, and us as free spirits, us as beings of light and love and possibility. So if we're living in this reality and we're stuck within this perception that reality is this way and all this spiritual stuff, all this thought, all this stuff is nonsense, it's crazy. Well, as long as we can stop for a moment and just say, am I happy? If we can truly say that we're happy, we don't need to think about any of this stuff. We don't need to think about all this stuff because it just naturally works. We're just naturally feeling good, feeling happy, and this is bliss. This is the state of acceptance. We're accepting our reality. We'll wrap it up into a part 4. Bow.